The movie begins by introducing a careless man named Charlie, who is unemployed and earns a living by participating in robot boxing matches. However, he suffers a defeat in his latest match, leaving him with nothing. Charlie relies on others to get by until he learns about a significant competition. Determined, he decides to build his largest robot to compete. Finally, the day of the contest arrives, and Charlie sets off towards the destination with his robot. The opponent is not just any ordinary bull. It is a massive, aggressive, and black bull that has won numerous competitions. Upon reaching the venue, Charlie negotiates the final prize money with the owner. He proposes that if he wins the match, the owner must pay him $20,000 in compensation. The owner agrees, but also states that if Charlie loses, he must pay the same amount. And so the conflict begins. Charlie holds a remote to control his robot, while dealing with the bull directly is unnecessary. Initially, Charlie has complete control over his robot. However, due to a momentary distraction, his robot crashes, sustaining severe damage from the bull. Charlie becomes anxious about how his machine will continue the battle. He suggests restarting the match, but the owner refuses, claiming that Charlie's robot will end up in the junkyard. Predictably, the bull causes further destruction to the robot, completely disassembling it into small pieces. It is clear that Charlie has lost the battle, and according to the agreement, he now owes the bull's owner $20,000. Unfortunately, Charlie is completely broke and has no money at all. Worried about his situation, he decides to escape from the scene and finds a hiding place. Soon after, two individuals track him down and deliver the news that the woman he once lived with, 10 years ago, has passed away. They also reveal that he has a 10-year-old son who is now feeling lonely due to his mother's demise. The aunt of the child expresses her desire to take custody of him, but such a decision cannot be made without his consent. They ask him to make a choice, whether he wants to take custody of his son or allow his aunt to assume responsibility. Feeling the urge to escape from a situation, Charlie quickly heads to court. In the courtroom, the child's aunt argues that she is wealthy enough to provide proper care for the child and fulfill his needs. She then requests Charlie to come forward. Charlie is uncertain about whose hands should take custody of his son, as he has never met him before. Initially, he contemplates permitting the aunt to take custody, but suddenly an idea strikes him. He decides to pretend that he doesn't want to give his son's custody to the aunt. Knowing that she is wealthy, he plans to ask for a significant amount of money in exchange for granting custody to her. By acquiring a substantial sum, he intends to let her assume responsibility for his child. True to his plan, Charlie strikes a deal with the child's aunt and uncle. They agree to pay him $100,000, but in return, they request that he takes care of his son for 3 months while they are away. Afterward, they will take the child with them permanently. Charlie is thrilled by the prospect of receiving $100,000 effortlessly. However, the child's aunt adds a condition that he must look after his son for the next 3 months while they are away, after which they will take the child with them indefinitely. Thus, Charlie reluctantly agrees with their proposition. He promptly sets off to a location, accompanied by his son and the sum of money. They meet a man to whom Charlie hands over $50,000. Requesting the creation of a magnificent robot, Charlie tells the man, "Just make a marvelous robot for me." Assuring him, the man replies, "Don't worry. It will be done within this payment." Unfortunately, Charlie's son overhears this conversation and feels upset. Trying to console his son, Charlie explains that they will receive an amazing robot in exchange for the payment. After a few days, they obtain the robot they both decide to name Noisy Boy. It is a massive and sturdy creation. However, Charlie wonders why having such an excellent robot doesn't guarantee victory in robot fights. Expressing his desire to accompany his father, Charlie's son insists on joining him. Together, they head to a venue where robot fights take place. The fight begins, and Charlie realizes that with Noisy Boy, he could have won if he had been more focused. However, due to his negligence, he suffers a crushing defeat. The opponent's robot first separates Noisy Boy's hand, and then its head from its body. Charlie is deeply disappointed by this loss and vows to repair the robot at any cost. They venture to a scrapyard in search of materials that could be used for repairing their robot. The heavy rain pours down as they frantically search for spare parts. In the midst of their search, the child slips and starts to fall. Charlie swiftly saves his son. Curious about the cause of the slip, the child notices something unusual, a discarded robotic hand. Excitedly, he suggests retrieving it, but Charlie dismisses the idea due to the lack of time and the rain. However, the determined child decides to extract the hand himself. Eventually, both Charlie and his son approach Charlie's friend with the salvaged robotic hand. With limited knowledge about robots, Charlie informs his friend about his son's acquisition of a robot from the junkyard. Curious, his friend suggests taking a look at it immediately. To their surprise, the robot turns out to be in perfect condition. Charlie's friend further repairs and activates the robot, which they name Atom. Unbeknownst to anyone, Atom happens to be the strongest robot, a fact that delights Charlie upon seeing it. He decides that they will enter Atom into the prestigious grand competition where the world's most powerful robot boxer awaits. This undefeated opponent has never been defeated by anyone. One remarkable feature of Atom is its ability to store information in its memory. It can learn and mimic various skills, be it fighting techniques or other actions. Charlie and his son diligently train the robot, preparing it to confront the formidable robot boxer. As time passes, Atom becomes an incredibly skilled robot, participating in numerous competitions. Interestingly, Charlie and Atom start winning many competitions, garnering attention from others. They receive numerous offers to sell the robot for $200,000, but Charlie's son is unwilling to part with it. He insists on allowing Atom to participate in more fights and compete in the ultimate grand competition after further training. Atom continues its training, preparing for the ongoing competitions. Eventually, it faces off against another strong opponent in the ring. Charlie's son incorporates dance moves into the robot's training, and Atom enters the competition performing a dance routine. Its adversary is a two-headed robot, which delivers a heavy blow as the fight commences, setting the stage for an intense battle. Atom and the opposing robot relentlessly exchange blows, landing punches on each other repeatedly. It becomes evident that the match will be won by the stronger robot boxer. However, against all odds, Atom emerges victorious, much to the satisfaction of Charlie. He receives a substantial amount of money from the spectators, and as he is about to leave, his old enemy suddenly appears, the same opponent whose bull had defeated Charlie's robot in the past. Charlie is reminded of the $20,000 he owes this enemy and realizes that all the money he just received will be seized by them. Helplessly, they snatch away all of Charlie's money, leaving him empty-handed. Heartbroken, Charlie confesses to his son that there seems to be no hope for the future, as he cannot support or provide for him anymore. At that moment, the child's aunt and uncle, who had previously taken custody of him, reappear. Charlie suggests to his son that he should go with his aunt, but the child adamantly refuses, expressing his desire to stay with his father. Despite his protests, the child's aunt forcefully takes custody of him, while Charlie returns alone. His friend questions him about the whereabouts of his son, to which Charlie reveals that he has entrusted him to the care of his aunt. He justifies his decision, explaining that he lacked the courage and means to care for his son properly. Concerned, His friend advises Charlie to regain his senses and acknowledge the importance of his son's presence in his life. Urged by his friend, Charlie realizes that his son played a significant role in training Atom and taught the robot its skills. Determined, he goes to his son and shares his plans, revealing that they will have a fight against the formidable Zeus robot, an undefeated opponent. Despite his initial reluctance, his son joyfully joins Charlie, and surprisingly, his aunt does not object. Instead, she permits his departure with happiness. The highly anticipated day arrives for the showdown between Atom and Zeus robot. Excitement fills the air as Atom has been consistently winning previous matches, and today it faces the formidable opponent, Zeus, known as the world's strongest robot. Many spectators place bets, including the man who owned the bull that defeated Charlie's robot before. Confidently, he predicts Atom's defeat, wagering a significant amount that he expects to reclaim. However, the outcome remains uncertain. Zeus robot menacingly makes its entrance, instilling a sense of fear and awe. The competition is about to commence, and Charlie and his son feel a mix of confusion and determination upon seeing Zeus robot. Despite the intimidating presence, Charlie assures his son that they must win the match at any cost, encouraging him with confidence. They are informed that the boxing match will consist of 5 rounds. As the first round begins, Zeus robot immediately strikes Atom, causing it to fall to the ground. Relentlessly, Zeus robot continues pummeling Atom with its fists, leaving no opportunity for the latter to retaliate. The relentless assault drains a significant amount of energy from Atom. Eventually, Zeus robot lands a powerful blow to the head of Atom, rendering it motionless and causing it to collapse. The countdown for a first-round knockout begins. In a moment of determination, Charlie's son shouts, urging Atom to get up and emphasizing the need to win the match. Miraculously, Atom starts to move, quickly regaining its footing. With a surge of renewed vigor, Atom delivers a powerful punch to Zeus robot, leaving spectators in shock. No other robot had ever struck Zeus robot with such force. Emboldened by its success, Atom continues to launch a barrage of punches at Zeus robot, appearing victorious. However, Zeus robot reacts with anger, retaliating fiercely against the audacious attacker. It lands multiple blows on Atom, preventing it from mounting a counterattack. Both robots engage in a relentless exchange of blows, with Atom also trying to protect itself. As the first round comes to an end, Charlie rushes to repair and soothe Atom, arriving at its side. The second round commences, and both robots continue their fierce battle. However, Zeus robot proves to be significantly strong, impervious to the punches thrown by Atom. It launches its own assault, knocking down Atom. Thankfully, Atom manages to rise again just before the end of the round. The situation remains the same in the third round. As the fourth round begins, Atom finds itself battered and bruised. Nonetheless, Charlie persistently motivates the robot, while his son passionately encourages it, saying, "You can do it." Atom refuses to lose its determination and carries on fighting against Zeus robot. Zeus robot pushes Atom into a corner of the boxing ring, causing smoke to emanate from its body as its energy diminishes. However, before Atom sustains any further damage, the round bell rings, signaling the end of the fourth round. Charlie swiftly attends to Atom, implementing some changes to repair and improve its condition. Now, the fifth and final round is about to commence, but Atom is in no condition to fight. In a moment of inspiration, Charlie's son proposes an idea to his father. They recall that Atom has the ability to mimic their actions. Realizing that the robot lacks the courage to fight on its own, they suggest that Charlie demonstrate his boxing skills beside Atom to spark its mimicry. Charlie questions the feasibility, considering there are spectators closely watching. However, his son suggests that Charlie position himself outside the ring, mimicking the excitement of the audience. He assures his father that no one will suspect anything. Thus, the final round begins, and Charlie starts acting as planned. Atom adeptly mimics Charlie's movements through its shadow function, following their devised strategy. Zeus Robot launches an attack as the round begins, continuously punching Atom. However, Atom manages to defend itself initially, mirroring Charlie's actions. Seizing the opportunity, Atom starts landing punches in retaliation. As the charging of Zeus Robot begins to decrease, it slows down and eventually comes to a stop. Charlie witnesses this development with immense joy and declares confidently, "I will defeat it easily now." He relentlessly strikes Zeus Robot with his fists, and Atom faithfully mimics his actions, delivering powerful blows. The owner of Zeus Robot notices its diminishing performance and tries to regain control. He cannot bear to witness its impending defeat. In contrast, Charlie remains self-assured and exuberant, leaping with excitement. Atom continues to assail Zeus Robot multiple times, imitating Charlie's relentless attacks. It becomes evident that Charlie was once a trained boxer, a profession that lost prominence when robot boxing emerged and overshadowed human fighters. Watching Charlie skillfully exhibit his boxing abilities, his friend and son become emotional. His son feels immense pride in his father, fulfilling his wish to witness him in this form. Spectators rally behind Charlie and Atom, cheering them on. As Charlie fights passionately, he reminisces about his old memories as a boxer, channeling his passion into the match. Finally, Charlie executes a remarkable uppercut through Atom, targeting Zeus Robot's chin. This display of skill leaves everyone astonished. Zeus Robot's system detects an error due to the impact and collapses to the ground. The countdown begins as it is the final round. Atom would have emerged as the winner if Zeus Robot did not get up during the countdown. However, the owner of Zeus Robot refuses to let it go down without a fight and ensures it gets back on its feet. Determined, Atom is now driven to secure the victory. Charlie and Atom unleash a relentless assault, repeatedly striking Zeus Robot with powerful punches. Consequently, Zeus Robot is once again knocked down. Frustrated, the owner of Zeus Robot damages the remote control, ensuring that the robot cannot rise again due to its low charging. Charlie clearly realizes that he and Atom have emerged victorious in the match. He feels a surge of excitement, accompanied by compliments from his friend and son. The moment arrives to announce the official winner, but everyone is left stunned when Zeus Robot is declared the winner. It is justified, as Zeus Robot had performed better in every round except for the final one, where Atom defeated it. However, this outcome fails to bring joy to anyone. The spectators expressed their disappointment, arguing that the final round was the most enjoyable and memorable, and that Zeus Robot should not be declared the overall winner. The crowd becomes increasingly vocal. Attempting to appease the situation, the judges interject, urging the crowd to listen to the complete announcement. They clarify that although Zeus Robot secured more points, the true champion of the fight is Atom. Thus, Atom is crowned the champion, earning the title and recognition. Charlie receives accolades from many, and is awarded a substantial amount of money. Since Zeus Robot suffered damage and its victory was rendered meaningless, the atmosphere fills with excitement, and Charlie joyfully embraces his son. His son expresses pride in his father, while Charlie reciprocates with deep affection. He decides to use the money he received to reimburse his son's aunt, ensuring that his son will not be separated from him again. The movie concludes with a heartwarming ending, leaving the audience feeling uplifted. Thank you for watching and your continued support.